Learning summary video essay. I have wasted a significant portion of my life on things that do not matter at all in the long run. The stuff I look at through screens is so unfulfilling and utterly useless that sometimes when I look back and try to remember what I've been looking at for just the past 5 minutes, I can't even do it. This is terrible. 5 minutes. If you forget about the occasional dopamine boost or uninteresting tidbit that I learn every once in a while, how is that even different from being dead? I learned that I consume way too much garbage. Although I mean this in no offense to any professor, I'm not totally sure that I owe this totally to the course of the material that we've covered. I've been dwelling on my consumption habits for a long time now, and I feel very strong feelings when I think about how a lot of the time I'm essentially wasting my life. My neighborhood was hit by a tornado a couple of years ago, and we were without power for over a week. This sounds horrible to say because of the terrible devastation that occurred to so many of my neighbors and friends, but I loved it and I miss it. I love being away from screens and having friends show up at my door to see if I want to hang out. I love not being a single text away from my family at all times, and I love the freedom that gave me. In the least corny way possible, I felt so incredibly human, and I want to live that way all the time. Unfortunately, that's not really a possibility anymore. I have to stay connected because, what if my boss texts me, asks me to come in? What if somebody needs something? These are all excuses anyway, because I could just keep it on me and only use it when I need to. But why not just spend 5 minutes scrolling for a bit, right? It's a slippery slope, and it sucks pretty bad. While writing the script for this, I wrote 2 paragraphs about my current mental state, but I decided to delete them and start over with something less heavy. But I bet you can guess, and I bet you can guess, and I bet it's incredibly similar to many other people in this class, if not most of the other people. Is that a signifier of the times we live in? If it isn't, then what is? I've learned from this class I need to write things out a lot more. Even writing this script has been somewhat therapeutic, because it's a simple way to lay down your thoughts in a concrete way. Although, I bet this doesn't sound very coherent at all. I sometimes wonder what a book of my daily inner ramblings would look like. It would probably be millions of pages long, and it would probably be horrific. Maybe I should sit down and make a sculpture or draw something to calm myself down. Even now, I haven't said any of this stuff out loud for my entire life, pretty much. This is right now my first time. It all pretty much stays in my head all the time, so maybe that's what I learned. Maybe I need to talk more.